This is Mr. Evans, and in this video I'll be looking at market targeting and specifically the mass market. Apologise again if there's any sound of construction. Unfortunately that's what happens if you live opposite a construction site. In the last video I looked at market segmentation. In this video I'm going to look at targeting. Specifically down here it says targeting may include mass niche and mass marketing, and I'm going to start with mass marketing. So to get a definition of what targeting is and what we're talking about, it's helpful just to remember what market segmentation was. So market segmentation was when we broke the market up into groups of consumers with similar needs. So you might have a market of teenage girls or gentlemen over 70 living in the southwest of England, whatever it is. So market targeting is the process of deciding which group or groups of customers a company will be attempting to sell their products to. So we identify the market segment, and then we look at which group of consumers we're going to try and sell our product at. Mass marketing is when we actually look at the market and we may not even bother with segmentation because we're just going to target everybody within that market. So when a firm targets the whole market rather than a particular segment. So, a mass market product will target, it won't be every single person that's going to buy a product. But the aim will be for as many people as possible in the market to buy the product, and they're just as likely to be somebody relatively young, somebody relatively old, all kind of races, ages, genders, etc. So some examples of mass market product, okay, petrol, British gas. These are petrol's not differentiated for an old person versus a young person, or it's the same gas that somebody in the southwest of England will use as in the northeast of Scotland. So there's no need to really differentiate these products. Levi's jeans were always an example given in the textbooks of a mass market product. Okay. There was some appeal of Levi's, I'm not sure if there still is, but to both young and old people respected that brand. Coca-Cola, McDonald's, these sort of brands are often identified as being mass market brands that haven't differentiated particularly between different groups of consumers. Cleaning products as well, alright, they don't, just as likely to get any kind of people buying cleaning products. So what are the benefits of having a mass market product? Well, we're going to be able to hopefully experience economies of scale, and there's little need to differentiate the product to meet the needs of different groups of consumers. We'll be able to bulk buy our raw materials and therefore benefit from lower unit costs. The advertising, although it may be difficult to target a specific group of people, we can use a mass market advert. We'll look to identify the benefits of using the product. We don't, the advertising should be more effective. Anyone who sees it should be tempted by that advert to buy the brand. We'll have greater brand awareness. Because we're a mass market product, we're aiming at everyone, and a large target market allows for high sales revenue. So we'll be hoping to be selling a lot of units. However, mass markets tend to experience higher levels of competition. If you're targeting a very specific market niche, it might be because you've identified that those consumer needs are not being met. Most mass market needs are being met unless you can create a mass market need. Arguably, an example of that happening was the iPad. But generally, you're going to get higher levels of competition for a mass market product. We're going to have to sell for lower prices, and there's going to be fewer premium products because there's going to be less scope for adding value. It's very difficult to differentiate a petrol. Okay, some people try and do it. You see, like you can go into petrol forecourts and you'll have your standard unleaded, and you've got your super premium unleaded, but it's kind of difficult to create any added value. High levels of investment will be required. We're going to need huge premises, huge factories to produce on a mass scale to be able to supply that demand. So, British Gas, you think of their infrastructure that they require, that's hugely expensive, which can lead to diseconomies of scale. These firms targeting the mass market become difficult to control, potentially difficult to communicate with everyone, difficult to understand. If needs of different consumers are changing, so we can experience higher unit costs as a result of those diseconomies of scale. We're going to need to be using TV, newspapers, we're going to have to target the whole market. So that's a requirement to do a lot of advertising if we're going to meet all people, and therefore we're going to have higher promotion costs and creating a brand. And potentially there's going to be lower levels of consumer satisfaction. Generally, these are products, it's not always true, but generally these are, petrol, gas. People don't get particularly excited about buying those sort of goods. Okay, you could argue that McDonald's and Coca-Cola do have, high levels of customer satisfaction, but that doesn't always ring true. But mass marketing, targeting the whole market, and you need to be aware of the benefits and costs of doing that. In a question, a business may be looking to move from a niche market to a mass market, or move from targeting a mass market to targeting a niche market. So it's worth being aware of the benefits and costs of both, so you can analyse the likely impact of a business of making that change. All right.